Hi, guys, and welcome back to The Consequence of Love. I'm the wife.
And I'm the husband.
And today we are getting more into conversation with my mother.
Yes, we're doing part 2. World. Sorry about last time because my microphone was not working. So that's for the bad audio. But anywho, thank you for those of you who have been subscribing and checking out these videos. Now, this percentage of you are subscribed. So thanks. That's great. It's awesome. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. Continue subscribing to us on YouTube. And continue following us on Spotify as well. We're on there. We need some more listens. So we'll get started. So
welcome back, Mom. Thank you for coming again. Sorry.
Hi.
So right now we have to discuss. We have some comments.
yeah, so thank you first and foremost for all of you guys commenting on the video. Great stuff. There are some comments in particular that I thought we should bring up of a certain Ricardo Vasquez that commented on the video. I'm just going to read them as he put. Okay, he put 3 separate comments, okay? And I'd like to know your thoughts on it. I'm going to work backwards because I think they progressively get whatever. So he commented on the video and he said Maiden Press was junior high.
Not
and then
high school. Yes.
Yeah, and then gave a face emoji. I don't know. I should just put it there. Yeah.
Yes.
And then he put, who taught her how to hit a ball and play?
Hello.
Okay. And then lastly, he put, she didn't do it alone.
Smiley face with sunglasses.
Oh, okay.
My first thought, I'm just a son-in-law here. What the fuck, dude? Nah. She did it alone. You fucking left, dude. I'm sorry. You do you if you're watching. I'm grateful you're watching. I'm grateful you text my wife and tell her hello and whatnot. That's not my relationship. Whatever. You guys do you, right?
Yeah.
But, dude, who the no. No. You left. You abandoned your kids and your wife. Sorry, that's it. That's my sentence. And then now you can say whatever you want. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
How do
In
you
fact,
feel?
we went to the shooting range, and you had mentioned that there were comments.
Yeah.
And I promised you I wouldn't look, so I didn't look. And I thought, oh my God, what the heck? So I thought, okay, I'm going to address it. I wanted to address it. So I'm glad you brought it up, okay. Actually, yes, it was junior high. So he is correct.
Okay.
And that it was Maiden Press, yes. That was one of the reporters on that. So that is correct. And the next one after that
Was that he taught her how to play softball?
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah, baseball.
Yes. She had the talent. So I am standard corrected. He did see the talent and he encouraged it. She was tiny.
He did the stuff that dads are supposed to do.
He and I want to go back in time too as well. He was a wonderful father. I have the receipts. I have the VHS recordings of how great he was. Amazing, no doubt about that. But as we moved to New Mexico and all that came in, he did what he did, and we were left abandoned.
Yes.
We were left alone. So when I met you, it was me raising these 3 beautiful girls, and they're flourishing into teenagers. And now I got to be the mother, the father, the uncles, the grandpa, everybody all in one. So when you came around, that's how we started off a little rocky. I'm like, who is this kid coming to see my daughter?
Understandable.
You know, you have a daughter now too, so just wait.
Understandable.
But I love him, Mom. And I'm like, you're only what?
15?
15.
Yeah.
14, 15.
So that's where kind of I had to like push the guys back. I mean, my girls are gorgeous, all 3 of them. So it's just like, what do I do? So that's where our rocky started off, so it was just me not knowing what to do. I don't know how to be a father.
Yeah.
I just know how to be a strong mom. And I had to be because she was all crazy about you.
Yeah. And that's where, like, we can cut this out, right? But it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't care. She didn't do it. You did it alone.
Yeah, I was all by myself.
He stayed for the easy times.
The easy.
Diapers suck, and yes, staying up late sucks.
Yes.
But the first 5-6 years of the kid's life is the easy times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because after that, they get attitude.
Yes.
As I'm starting to see at only 2 years old.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and it becomes harder because they need more.
Yes.
And they need more of your time.
Yes.
And you're only one person. You did it alone.
Yeah, and that's
You
where, like
did
I
it
said,
alone.
where that comment comes from. Like
That pissed me
I
off.
said, the rest of them, I was just kind of like, okay, like, yeah, that's your business, baseball, whatever, yeah. But it's like the comment where I woke up to, and it's like, she didn't do it alone. I was kind of like,
I did.
yeah, okay, understandable for the first maybe 6-7 years of my life, but after that, you know, what
was
about
gone.
when we
Just
got
gone.
our periods?
Just
What
Yeah.
about when, you know, I was
when you
going
had
through,
your first heartbreak, when I came into
Yeah.
life, where was all that stuff? And for me, like, I understand the time you guys had, right? That's your feelings, your emotions. When he was a father, that's it. But to me, the moment you left, you're not a father.
No.
No
And I was
fathers
left all
leave
alone
their kids.
to
No
raise
father.
3
I will
girls.
never leave my children.
Yeah.
Never leave my children because I'm a father.
Yes,
I'm a
100%.
father. It doesn't matter. Just like your dad didn't leave.
Yeah, he
right?
never left.
He didn't leave. He's
Ever.
a father, right? Maybe he wasn't the cool dad,
Yeah.
but he stayed,
Yeah.
right?
He
My
stayed for
father.
the good, the bad, and that's the meaning of being a parent.
That's what I'm
being
saying.
there for the bad, the good, and all the in between.
That's what I'm saying, and that to me where it pissed me off. 'Cause It's
Yeah.
like, I don't care that you were there,
Yeah.
and then I'm not even. She's
Yeah.
not my daughter. She's not, wasn't part of my life or whatever. But it aggravated me.
Yeah.
I should let it go, but even still thinking about it pisses me off.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
no.
me, right?
Yeah,
Obviously,
you
Yeah.
love me so much.
And you're my son. You're my family,
For
and
me,
you
it's
have
just-
every right. And you've been there.
for me, it feels disrespectful to not acknowledge that he abandoned you.
Yeah.
So again, if we leave this in, right, which is totally fine between the two of you guys to tell me to take it out, but like, dude, how are you gonna watch 20 years later after your kids are grown up and be like, oh, she didn't do it alone? Where the fuck were you?
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
And then to let your family, again, I'm addressing you directly, dude. Like, how are you gonna put your family through that situation? Have people come after your family?
Yeah.
Then to be like, oh no, I was a good dad.
Yeah. No.
Nah, dude.
Or she didn't do it. Yeah, she didn't do
Yeah.
it alone. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, she
like I
did.
get that sentence. It's just
Yeah.
she didn't do it alone. But to me, that is saying that
It's
you
like-
were a dad, that you were a
Like,
father. But
technically,
no,
she kinda
you
did 'cause
left.
She
Yeah.
drove to California alone with us.
We had
She bought
to
the house.
leave the state.
She bought your motorcycle, right? She paid for that shit. It sounds like she did it alone.
Yeah,
Even when you were
had
there.
to leave.
Yeah.
We had no choice. I had to put my kids' life in a safe place. We had to leave New Mexico because they were after us.
Yeah, you did
I
it
had
alone.
threatening phone calls.
And even
from
before
them.
that, like you were telling us, like you paid for the house, you paid for the motorcycle, you paid for all that shit. I don't care if he was there. You did it alone.
Yeah.
You took care of your family. You were the provider. You were the protector.
Yep.
You did it.
Everything in
Not
one.
that dude.
I had to beg people to pick them up from school.
Yeah.
Thank God for my mom and my dad.
Yeah.
But I had to beg neighbors that I didn't
Yeah.
even barely.
But you did it, you know,
know.
and even just doing that, asking for help.
Yeah.
Like I've come to learn and understand that even that
It's hard.
is doing something. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
being a parent, asking for help, and but even being a parent, and asking for help, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Because you can't do it alone sometimes, but you did it alone. He wasn't there.
Yeah,
In
no.
regards to him, obviously you had help, like you mentioned, but in regards to him, you did it
He's
alone.
the father. He should have been,
He should have been there.
And there's several times where I needed his help, or I would cry because I needed him. I needed
Yeah.
someone to support me and just our family.
Yeah.
It doesn't. We don't have to be a couple. We've already established that we're not a couple anymore, and that's
Yeah.
fine. But I did tell him. I remember vividly saying, you know what? We at least need to be friends. We have to co-parent and raise these 3 girls,
Yeah.
no matter who's in your life and my life. And I know I said this before, but I was strongly 100% in that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Whoever
Like,
you're dating.
again, like you don't just leave. And like
Ever.
I understand that he was there periodically, randomly through their lives. I get that, but that's not being a father. Like you just don't quit on your family. You don't
Yeah.
just give up. Like even through our tough times when we went through issues and we were about to divorce or whatever, like you weren't there, dude.
Yeah.
You weren't there. And this is bottom line. I'll stop talking about it at this point because it's just like I'm beating a dead horse. And again, hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Thank you for commenting. But like, I just don't appreciate how you comment saying, "Oh, she didn't do it alone." But what about when she asked you for help? Where was that at? Where's your comment on that? Why didn't you help?
Yeah. for me,
Why'd
it's
you
like,
leave?
Whether you're trying to be funny or not, it's like
Yeah.
not really. Like you
Yeah,
weren't.
it's
You know, obviously,
like in hindsight, yeah, we can look
Yeah.
back and be like, okay, again, like you said, you're happy with everything that happened because it leads to where you're now. You're stronger and all that stuff, and that's great.
Yeah, like I said,
but
I'm
that still doesn't
grateful,
deserve it.
Like
yeah.
I said, for those years I do have, or memories I do have of like an amazing father when I was little, because I do remember the great times. You know, he was a great father, and then.
But it don't mean shit when
I
you
was
just
telling
fucking
you-
leave.
I was telling
Like-
you,
Yeah.
like he just wanted his life, which is understandable. But at the same time, you should have thought about it before you had 3 girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know.
We had a job to do.
Yeah, and I was like, so thank God, like later on, that's why I'm so grateful for my grandfather and my stepfather because they stood up. my stepfather could have left as soon as like Carla gave him attitude.
Yeah.
There's plenty of
wasn't easy.
times where
Yeah.
Carla was caught kissing boys in front of the house, and like he was like, "What are you doing? Have
I mean,
respect." He was like an
If you think about it, like even I
talk,
left
you
at
know?
first, remember?
Yeah.
Because everyone, I mentioned this before in a previous podcast, I left because, you didn't really care for me, which obviously understandable. And then Carla wasn't really happy either. So I left because of that too. I'm
Yeah.
obviously younger and there's like a different scenario, but like, it's just, we got married young too, not as young, right? We didn't have kids as young either. And those thoughts went through my mind. I'm sure those thoughts went in her mind is what the hell are we doing? We
Yeah.
could be maybe not necessarily partying,
Yeah.
but we could be doing something else. But once we had kids, once we had responsibilities, that was it.
They came first.
That's our
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Okay, like I said, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for bringing down the mood.
But I do want to add also, I'm sorry.
No.
I want him to know too as well that I did try to communicate with him.
Yeah.
And when all three of them had big major events in their lives where I contacted him and asked him for help. Where I don't want no money, I don't want nothing. I just need you as a father to be there. For
Talk to them,
for
call
these
them.
three girls.
And did he
Especially
show up?
one of them went through, the other one, all three of
And
them.
did he show up?
No,
Yes.
no, he did
So
not.
that's
I've always
what pisses
invited
me
him
off.
in.
That's what pisses me off. It's like because we already know that you did everything to mend the relationship, to mend the friendship, to mend the father back in life. It's not your fault. I'm upset with him, and it's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even now, he's more than welcome. I want a
yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
I want them to build a bond. That's my goal.
And like I said, there was a point in like me and my sister's lives where we're just like it's fine. We don't want
cares?
him. Like
Yeah.
we're like we're fine.
I remember
We're
she asked
happy.
me.
Yeah, and then-
she was like, "Oh, he's starting to text me. What do I do?" And I'm like, "I don't care." I was like, "If I were you, I wouldn't talk to him, but
Yeah, I was kind of like,
do whatever."
And what did I say?
yeah, same thing. You're like, do what you feel.
Do what you feel.
Yeah, for me,
You're
it's
a
like
grown
I'm-
adult. Now I step back and you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
No, that I'm
continue
just
your
I'm not
lives.
hurt anymore. Like I said, I don't expect anything. It's just I'm happy he's trying.
Yes.
So that's all I ask for. You
Yeah.
know, and like I said, whether he stops tomorrow or whatever, that's fine. But no one's gonna hurt my babies.
yeah.
So that's all that matters for me.
And then right before we move on, I'll just say you're welcome to talk to her and communicate. I don't have a problem with you guys communicating. I don't have a problem with you specifically, but just recognize that you left, you abandoned your family. She did it alone.
Yeah. And I would suggest also him apologizing to the girls.
Yeah,
I
you
got
could
the
do that. You
apology.
can try
He
that.
did give me an
I mean,
apology.
it's for me. It's like I said.
I tell you what, if you were
I-
my father, I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, for me and the girls, it's like we don't want an apology. We don't really care. We're happy, Like I said, I had an amazing dad. I had an amazing grandpa. And my biological dad was great at a certain time. Like I said, it's not like he was like a dick or anything. I was like, but like I said, he had us for a certain time.
Yeah.
He left. My grandpa's always been there. And then my stepfather came in, and that's my dad.
Stepped
So,
in.
Yeah,
Put on those shoes.
yeah.
He did.
So that's what I'm grateful for, to have at least.
Yeah.
That little time with my biological dad, and then my two great men in my life, and then
Yeah.
obviously not my husband, but
Yeah.
sometimes I
forget
can
about me.
throw him out.
Yeah.
No.
And then also too, when Olivia had a situation, Uncle Victor stepped in.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that made a big difference for me.
And
Just having him
that's
there.
what I'm
Yeah.
grateful for too. Is like
even now,
The-
Victor comes in
yeah.
and he says hi.
Yes,
and so
talks
that
to Zach,
when we
yeah.
stream or whatever, we're
Aw,
playing with
very
Eli.
supportive,
He's
love him.
always like, "Hey, Eli," and Eli's like, "Hey, Victor."
yeah.
Hey,
As soon as my uncle like got us back, he never let us go.
No,
Mm.
he
Ever,
was
ever,
he
ever,
was
ever.
there 100%, 100 million
He
percent.
still is. I could
with
probably
us.
call him, and he'd
Yes.
probably be like, "What do you need?"
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, he's just one
Yeah.
of the great ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I'm grateful for him.
I love you, Uncle.
Yes.
And as a good transition, you mentioned your stepdad,
Mm-hmm.
who I'll call your father.
Yeah.
We kind of left off where we were about to get into that chapter of your life where you were going to start dating again. So if you could refresh our memory a little bit.
That's
and
right,
kind
that's
of-
right.
And remind us what it was like getting back into the dating world, whether it was willing, like were
How did you feel?
Yeah, were you like, I want to date, or you know what I mean, like that kind
Mm-hmm.
of like, what was your mindset when you were going out or whatever? Like, tell me that, and then how did you meet Sammy?
Got it. Well, we had came back from New Mexico because we had left. We came back to California. I didn't have a job. I left my job actually. I left on a leave of absence. So I didn't have a job. So I was stressing. So I was looking for work, and I actually knew a lot of people in the postal service. So I got a position. in Whittier, and I was so happy. So at that time, I met my single girlfriends, and we were going out, and I was happy. We got a brand new car, remember? So we were doing really good.
That was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those women were crazy. I loved them, but I was just like,
Yes.
come on.
Yes, and thank God I'm a saver. So I had money in the bank, so I got a new car. We're good to go. So I was partying really hard at that time. I left my kids with my mom. They were
Yeah.
safe with my mom and my dad. And then I went out.
And even like, it's funny, sorry, but like you're partying hard. You weren't even partying hard.
I was about to
Not
ask
a
that.
partier.
she
I'm
wasn't,
not a
like,
drinker.
Out all night. She was like
No.
home by maybe like 2. That's the latest she's
Yeah.
ever stayed out. And
Maybe,
she
like-
wasn't always like drunk.
Like
Yeah.
dancing
Yeah.
or like
Dancing.
house parties or
Everything. I was-
orgies. Like what was it?
But I was meeting guys. I was
Yeah.
going out. I was doing my thing that I had never, ever done
Right.
in my entire life. So it was something new. And then after a while, a couple months after that, I thought, this is not what I want. It's not fulfilling me. It's making me feel worse about myself. And I'm missing my kids because
Yeah.
I'm really close to my girls, 100%. So missing my babies. And finally, I just said, you know what? To my single girlfriends who had been doing this for years and years, that's their livelihood. That's the way they live.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not me. I quit. I'm done.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? So that's when I said, I'm done. I'm going to go be with my girls. You girls do you. You guys are beautiful. Do your thing. And they did. So I hadn't gone out for about maybe 2-3 months straight. Just focused on my girls and said, I'm going to go that path. And one of my girlfriends, she says, you know what? Meet me at the Hop. I want to see you. I haven't seen you in months. And I was like, well, why can't we go to the IHOP and have some coffee? And she's
Yeah.
like, no, we got to go to the Hop. So I said, okay. And she goes, don't forget to put on a skirt and some red lipstick. I was like, what? What? So I said, okay. So I put on the skirt. I put on my red lip. She was actually in her way wanting me to be the wingman type
Yeah,
of deal.
yeah.
So we went over there, and of course we didn't talk. She ended up hooking up with some guy, and I'm standing at the bar just waiting.
Yeah.
And there was this one guy kept going around, trying to ask me to dance, and I was trying to hide behind this guy that was standing right there. So I hid, and I guess he had a friend, and that was actually Sammy. And I saw his friend go, hey, look behind you, and I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
So that's when he turned around. He's like, hello, and he is such a funny guy, He can keep me rolling. So that's when he turned around and he was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, there's a guy asking me to dance. Just turn around so I can hide behind your back. And he's like, no, I'll pretend like I'm with you. So that's how the night started off. Just talking. I was totally sober, had not 1 ounce of alcohol. We were talking. We danced for a while. And that's when I said, look, it's 10:30. I want to go home. I'm tired.
Yeah.
My girls are still waiting for me. So I said, I'm going to go. And he's like, wait, you just got here. I go, yeah, so I'm leaving. And he'll always say that she left and it was barely starting
Yeah.
to get, happening. So that's when I took off and I gave him my number and we talked for about 3 months, 4 months.
I don't know. Like I said,
It was a long
You kept it
time.
kind of like under wraps for a while.
I didn't wanna be with
because there was even
anybody.
like, I want to say after like the first week he kept calling you, and you're like, this guy keeps calling me.
Yeah,
like
I was like, ugh.
I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like single forever. Like this is, I remember
Yeah.
that. And I was like, well then tell him to fuck off.
Yeah.
I remember being like, like high school, I'm like, tell him to stop calling you. Easy. That's it. And then
And the other two were pushing me. Mom, go out with him. Go out with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we went out and that was it.
That's interesting that Carla pushed you.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, obviously, I didn't really know her and how she was back then, but like, it's just interesting to think now because I think when I met her and throughout our lives together, she was the most guarded
Very.
one out of everybody because obviously what she's been through and stuff like that.
So I
So
think like at a certain point, we just wanted mom to be happy,
Yeah.
and not alone.
yeah,
Because
Yeah.
we knew we were gonna grow up, get married, whatever
And
we're
move
doing,
on or
and,
whatever. You
so
don't
our
want her to
concern
be-
was like,
okay.
we don't want her alone. We want her happy. We want her. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like we didn't want her last marriage to be like that's it.
Yeah.
Because that was horrible.
Yeah, that was a bad way to end it.
yeah,
I would have
that's a-
wanted a better ending.
Yes. And so that, and then obviously and then Carla obviously being like, really smart. She's like, did you know there's like, three outcomes of children of divorce? And it's like one who's never wants to get married, never wants to do it, like never wants nothing to do with marriage, and like is against it, which is Carla. One that's all lovey-dovey, I'm gonna fall in love, happy like fairy tales, whatever. That's Alexis,
Yeah.
And then the third one, don't give a fuck, that's Olivia.
Olivia.
So we were,
She
and then
don't.
my mom was like, oh shit, like I got all three, you know. So it was funny. So we all saw like my mom's marriage and love all in a different way.
yeah.
For me, I wanted to fall in love and have a family and be better than, you know, my mom and dad situation, or
Right.
like prove to, like, love is
To
alive.
yourself, yeah,
Yeah.
like that.
And then my older sister, she saw a lot or went through it a lot. She was
Yeah.
older, so she was like, no, fuck this, fuck that. I'll do it myself. I'm never doing that, you know?
Yeah.
And then Olivia was just like,
Whatever.
whatever happens,
Yeah.
happens. Like, you know, but yeah. So,
Yeah.
like I said, I would just say, like I said, Carla was probably at the point where, like, be happy. And
Yeah.
for me, it's like, now you can choose who you want to be with. So if you don't want to talk to this guy, fuck off.
And how old
know?
were you guys when she first met Sammy?
Olivia was, I'm gonna say 7,
Yeah,
7,
7.
8. She was little. She was the
You're-
baby.
I want to say you were
2
like,
years
she was
old.
like 8 or 9. So 10. I was 11.
11. Okay.
I was 11.
So she
10 or
was.
So definitely
about
old
8 or
enough to
9.
have your own opinions. And Carla's how many years older than you?
4.
4. So she's 15, 14, 15. Yeah.
40, 50.
So she's going through hormones
Oh yeah,
for
big time.
sure. And yeah,
Really
yeah,
good.
that's still interesting because I don't think as a boy, right, or whatever, I would be very protective of you. I'd be like, no,
You're not going out.
don't date.
date.
The hell? You know,
Yeah.
so that's interesting. And maybe it's just like a guy and girl perspective or whatnot, but that's just interesting. Okay, so now that you met Sammy and the girls are encouraged you to go date, how long until you see him again?
Jeez, 4 months.
Okay.
Took a
You
while.
remember exactly? I like
Yeah,
pretty-
'cause it was a while. Because I didn't want
Yeah,
to
she didn't want to jump in. She was like,
wanted to raise
if
my
I'm
girls.
going to do this, yeah.
Focus
Yeah,
on my kids. I
exactly.
had my own apartment. We were in Downey.
Yeah.
Nice little cute in North Downey, which is like the rich part. So
Yeah.
we were doing good. We were doing really good.
And you're just focusing on
On the
family and
girls,
stuff like that.
taking them to school, all that.
So you start dating. How does the first date go? Do you remember?
It was fun. We went to Universal City Walk. So
yeah.
it was fun.
Great place
Ate
to
at
go on a date,
Camacho's. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really nice. All
Yeah.
we did was laugh. So that's one thing he kept me rolling
Yeah.
all the
Always like that.
time.
And what do you guys talk about? Like, do you remember that conversation, or was it just like joking and love and fun?
No, he was all about questions. He was asking me like my credit score. He was asking
What?
me like all this stuff. And I remember thinking, are you serious, dude?
Yeah.
Like, really? And then I thought, you know what? No, I should know his too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should know his too. I got to be smarter now. Now that I'm
interesting.
focused.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
And it's true. He asked me everything. Well, what do you do? How do you pay your bills? I'm like, what the fuck? But he's right.
Yeah.
I would suggest to any youngster
Wow.
starting to date, credit score is very important. How you pay your bills, how you live your life. Are you an alcoholic? Do you smoke weed?
Yeah.
He was asking me tons of questions.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, you have any tattoos? And I was like, yeah. I
just got
I remember
one.
showing him the one on my back, and he was like, oh, can I see it? It was so fun. It was just a fun, relaxed date. So
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like I can understand everything. The credit score still throws me off a little bit, but it obviously makes sense for a long-term relationship. But
Yes.
if it's your first date, hey, what's your credit score?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you
Yeah.
go get a car today? Like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Like,
he did say
you gonna
that.
buy me a car
Can
right
we
now?
go buy a car? Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
He did. I swear, because
Yeah?
I told him that I had bought my ex-husband cars and stuff, and because I did.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, you can buy me one." And I was gonna buy him a lowrider at one point too, and I was like, "No, not gonna happen. I'm
Oh,
not
my
doing this
goodness.
again."
That's
And it's funny because, like, once always after everything was better and like mom was happier, and then after the divorce and stuff, she got 2 divorce presents: her tattoo and her car.
Yeah, to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, she's like, fuck it. She's like, I've been taking care of everyone. She's like, I'm gonna do something for me. And so
Yeah.
she got the car. We're like, dang, mom, this is nice.
Yeah. Got
a
You
brand
know?
new car,
no
brand new
more
tattoo.
minivan. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, she got a tattoo too, and she loved it. So I was like, good.
And they kept coming. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
So that was fun. That was a fun time.
Okay, so you had a great time with Sammy.
Yeah.
And then how long do you date until you introduce him to the kids?
I'm gonna say we went on a camping trip, and he always brought this up. I went on a camping trip after that. We had started a date, and I said, "Look, I'm gonna go on a camping trip. I'm gonna be gone for about a week, 2 weeks with Grandpa."
Yeah, about
So
2
we were
weeks.
taking off, and I told him, "I'm not gonna talk to you. I don't want to be on a vacation talking to someone. It's kind of rude. I want to focus on my kids."
Yeah.
So we didn't talk for that whole time, and he was like, "She's really camping. Like she's really serious."
Yeah.
I wasn't one of those girls who said, "Okay, I'll talk to you. Let me go in the corner and while my kids are fishing, go and talk to him." No,
Yeah.
no, I told you I'm not going to talk to you, so that's that. And he said that was really admirable. That he was like, "Wow, like, she's really
Being a mom.
talking the
Really,
talk.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's really doing what she's saying." And I always told him that you practice what you preach.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. My word is my bond, and I did it. And he always brought that up. He goes, "You didn't call. I called you, and you still didn't pick up." I said, "No, I was with my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're fishing. Don't bug me."
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's cool.
So it's funny.
And then
So did you guys kiss on the first date?
that's a good one.
A little kiss. Yeah, you know what? No, we did. Yeah, we did. He tried
Make
to
out or
no,
just
he tried to pretend to put on my seatbelt, and that's when he came in. So I was like, "Hey," but then I'm thinking, yeah, he does this to all the girls.
Yeah.
you know, I'm thinking, ugh.
Yeah.
Now it's cute, but at that time I was like, oh god.
I can't believe, yeah, that's like a...
Right.
Yeah,
Smooth.
he put in my
cheesy.
seatbelt.
I wouldn't even say smooth. That's like cheesy.
Yeah, it's very cheesy.
Cheesy. Hey, babe, let me put your seatbelt on. Oops.
Uh-huh. My lips slipped.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Okay. And then, so the camping trip, and then when do you introduce them to the kids?
I'm gonna say, geez, it was months. I'm gonna say another 4 months.
It's another 4 months. So almost a
another
year.
4
So
months. It's
almost
been a while.
talking for about a year.
Yeah.
And then you meet the kids. And what was your impression of Sammy?
Like I said, so I don't know why, like, I don't know if my mom asked or was like, hey, you want to go meet up? Or she's like, we're going to go somewhere, you know? And then it was at night, first of all. So I was like, okay, that's fine. It was like, I forgot what beach it was. It was like a pier, one of the piers. I forgot. I don't remember what it was called. But we went there. It was at night. It was kind of chilly. So it was just me and Olivia. I forgot what Carla was. And then my mom took us and, you know, she's like, okay, well, this is Sammy. This is, you know, my boyfriend. I don't know. Did you even say your boyfriend?
I don't remember.
I don't either. Anyways, and so I just like, yeah, okay, this is my boyfriend. And then so he shook my hand. Hi, nice to meet you. Shook Olivia's hand. Nice to meet you, little chubby Oli, you know. And I was like, okay. I was like, oh, this is my mom's boyfriend. He had a daughter with him. Cute little girl, you know. And she was like, hi. You know, she's really sweet. And we're just walking around and like talking. And then he was just cracking jokes the whole time. And I was like, this guy, like,
he's
where
funny.
do you think about this stuff, you know? So he was just like, things like funny stuff, like just random stuff. And he's like, hey, cornbread. And I was like, hi. You know, I was like, Mom, why does he say cornbread? She's like,
Oh no.
I don't know. You know, okay, sounds good. You know, and that was it. And like I said, we walked around. He was funny. Like they would hold hands, and I'd be like, Olivia, look, they're holding hands. You know,
That was new for you guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I was like, oh, great. Like it's you know weird, but cute. You know. And then I remember walking around. The stores were closed, or they were closing, and like little things like that. And he was just like, you guys want ice cream? You guys want a funnel cake or whatever you guys want? Let us know if you guys are hungry. You know, no. And like I said, it was easy peasy. It was simple like that. We're just talking, like he was cracking jokes, and he was funny. You know, okay, as
Very
long as
funny.
my mom's happy. You know,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't care. You know. And then it started getting really cold, and they're like, okay, well, you know, his daughter's getting really cold, so let's go. We'll call it a night. We'll do something tomorrow. Okay, sounds good. So we went home, and I was like, so is that your boyfriend? You know, and I was like, yeah. And I guess, yeah, that's my boyfriend, you know. And ever since then, like I said, he's been in our lives.
It's been there.
Yeah.
Like, was there a specific moment in time where you're like, it's him?
No.
Or was you always just kind of like,
Guarded.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good word.
yeah, guarded would be the word. I was so hurt by my past relationship that I just didn't trust anybody, and I always told Sammy too, you don't have to pay for my kids. These are my kids. I'm responsible for my kids. If we go anywhere, I'll pay for my kids. But
Yeah.
he wasn't about it. He would pay for all the kids, and I didn't like that because I felt like you don't have to
Yeah.
pay for another man's kids. You shouldn't have to feed another man's kids. I'll take the responsibility. They're mine.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't about it. He was really, really a gentleman, and he was really like, no, I got it. Like he would tell him, buy whatever you want. Get the shrimp, the $16 pound shrimp,
Yeah.
the big jar. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. I want to say, like, on the second, like, not date, but, like, when he had to meet Carla for the first time, we went to Portugal.
Eat Portugal.
And that's when he was like, what do you guys want? You guys hungry?
Anything.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, we should get this shrimp with our grandpa because my
Yeah.
grandpa took us to Portugal all the time, you know? He's okay, let me get, like, 20 pounds, you know, or whatever. We're like,
He knew you guys like
okay.
seafood.
Yeah, like, how do we, like, he know? Like, he got us, like, we were full.
Yeah.
We ate it all. And then, like, you know what I mean? Carla was like, oh, yeah, and a clam chowder. You know what I mean? So Carla got her clam chowder, and
Yeah.
he bought it all, but he was just, like, making sure. So he's like, there's 3 of them, so there's got to get enough. Okay, yeah, 20. You know, telling the guys, and then throw in some of this,
Yeah.
some of this, you know, make sure they're full.
Yeah.
You know?
He was okay with paying for another man's
Yeah.
kids. He was.
Honestly, he was just
perfectly
making
fine
sure
with
that
it.
we were full.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Do you think like he immediately like took that step because he loved you, or do you think he was just that good of a man? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say both, but I know he did love me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
and then they're easy to fall in love with. I mean, they're just
I don't know about you.
That's what we'll say. You said you loved me the
They're
first
kinda
day.
cool.
I did
so-
not, bitch.
You said it
check
back.
tape. Check tape. You said it first. Okay. Moving on. So, all right. So that's you're starting to. He's being introduced to your life, and you guys get to. I would say from this point, you just take us to wherever you feel comfortable. Right from that point to now, you
Well,
describe your life.
Yeah, I would say, how long till you realize he was the one? That's why I would like to know.
Okay. Well, then, sorry. No, you go ahead. Yeah.
yeah. It took years for me because I didn't want to do the official marrying thing. I wasn't about that at all. But him and I were getting more serious, moving in together, introducing to more and more of the families, and getting to know everybody. And that's when I guess he, behind my back, went with my girls to buy a ring, and I had no idea. None whatsoever. And he knew I didn't want to get married because we had just had a conversation. We were actually fishing at the pier, at Veterans Pier, and he had said, "What do you think about getting married?" And I was like, "No, I already told you. What is a paper going to do?
Yeah.
We're happy, right?" And he was like, "Well, yeah." And I go, "So why do we need a piece of paper? If something happens to me, you'll take care of my kids. I know you will." And he goes, "Yeah, of course." So I said, "Well, so why get married?" No. So little did I know he had already taken them to get a ring, and they were already ready to
Yeah.
pop the question. So that's when he finally asked, and I was like, "Okay." But actually,
was it easy? Like, so you're saying like you're like okay, like so when he asked you, well, first how did he ask you? I guess
we went to the beach.
Okay.
We went to the beach, and we went with the girls. Yeah, he didn't have.
I was on the phone, yes, because I was in Louisiana. But yeah,
That's right. That's right.
So it was two of
So
my
we went to
sisters
the
and-
beach.
yeah.
Yeah, and he did it out on the beach. We
Yeah.
had pictures and everything. It was really beautiful.
And then what was going through your mind?
I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this!" And I'm thinking, "Okay, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This
Your
is
heart
good."
just melted.
And the way he did it, the way he did the big extravaganza type
Yeah.
of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was nice. It was very nice. And the paper did. People say the paper makes it worse. It was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, the paper, the certificate made it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were solid. And not only was I already happy with him, I've never felt so safe in my life. He was
Yeah.
the kind of guy that I knew that if I went somewhere, I was safe.
Yeah.
I knew that if I drank a little too much here and there, I always had his arm around me
Yeah.
to protect me. And that's one thing I never had in my entire life is
Yeah.
that safety net. And with him, I felt safe. And for a woman, I don't know about other women, but I need to feel that. I need to
Yeah.
feel safe. Like I'm with someone's going to jump in front of me and take the bullet. And he actually has jumped in front, literally. So I remember. Yeah, we were actually shot at, and he jumped in front of me. And,
Yeah.
so yeah, he's that type of guy. He's just an amazing, strong guy, old fashioned,
Yeah.
who likes to pay for the bill, who likes
Yeah.
to. And then when I treat him, he's like, "Wow," you know what I mean? So it's a good combo.
Yeah.
In fact, I met someone just like me, just as stubborn, just as loyal, just as determined, just as proud, just as you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All that in
so you
one.
would say you'd met your match or your
Absolutely.
equal. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely stubborn as hell. We like to look good. We like to be funny, silly, goofy, all crazy. I mean, literally run around in our underwears, just laughing. We make the
Yeah.
bed and we're joking.
They
laughing.
sent me, or Lexi showed me a video of you guys making the
We're
bed,
making
you're
the
dancing
bed.
or something like that. Yeah.
We're just goofy
Having a dance
together.
off, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a dance off all the time. We had dance offs all the time. It's just fun. We can just put down our attitudes and everything, just be silly.
You were
and it was
able to
fun.
just be your absolute
Hell
self.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And even going out, people were like, "I don't know if you're fighting or you're playing." And I go, "Trust me, you'll know if we're fighting." I said, "We're joking. We're
Yeah.
completely joking." So
Yeah.
it's a cool combo.
So from this point, right? So you're in love, you just got married, right? So again, with whatever you feel comfortable sharing, bring us up to date to where you are now in your life.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, being with Sammy, we dated for, I'm going to say 17 years, married for 10. It's been a long time. It's been a long, long, long time. I lost him to cancer in March. So with that passing, actually, let me rewind a little bit. We were going to move here prior to that. We were all ready to go.
We convinced you guys.
Yes, you convinced us. So we
Should
were
say the
ready to come.
grandbabies
Yeah.
You threw those babies right in front. So we were already gonna come. So I had already put in a transfer with the postal service to come here. I was just waiting for my transfer, and his were gonna take like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I remember either you telling me or Lexi telling me. Sammy's like, "Quit your job. I'll take care of you.
Yeah,
Let's go."
he even said, "Quit your job," and I was like, "No, that's anyone who knows me knows I'm not gonna quit my. I'm not gonna not be there for my kids.
Yeah.
Period. And that's me keeping my job.
Yeah.
So I was like, no. So we're gonna wait. Me being stubborn, we were gonna wait for the postal service. So they finally called, and no, they didn't call. He passed away before they called. So we didn't get that point until after he passed, and then the postal service called. So it was him making everything come into play.
Yeah.
You know,
He was setting it up, yeah.
Absolutely. My house, my job, just everything just came into play. You know, and I'm here now, and I'm so blessed. So blessed.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
And so, like, that move, I'm sure, was difficult.
Very difficult.
How did it feel leaving California? And then how did it feel, like, now? Like, if you thought about it, like, were you, like, nervous? And then now that you're here, now that you're unpacked, are you, like... Or like how, if that makes sense, like how do you
No,
feel?
completely. Living at that house where he passed, where him and I had lived for so many years, where we had created this home. It was a beautiful, immaculate home. It was hard to live there. So I knew I had to get out. I know I had to leave. And I would call you guys frustrated and crying, and I grieved, and it was just horrible. You know, anyone who's gone through grief with someone so close, it's very difficult. So I knew when this transfer came, it was him. It was him putting that into play.
Yeah, he was like, go.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I accepted the offer, and I stayed with my mom for a while because I couldn't stay in that house. It was way too difficult. And then the neighbors knew, and everybody.
Yeah.
It was just too much.
Yeah.
And then we tried to hide it so much that people were like, did he pass? Did he?
We haven't
I'm like,
seen
Where
him
is he?
yet.
I didn't want to talk about it. I just couldn't talk
Yeah, it
about
just
it
hurt too much, yeah.
very much. So I stayed with my mom and dad for a little while, and then that's when I got the house. And I said, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. So it was kind of that bittersweet, people say.
Yeah.
Bittersweet, you know. But the ride coming here, I just needed to get out of California.
Yeah.
I just don't want to ask any more questions, asking me questioning stuff. So, and the neighbors, I had nosy neighbors, so which is too much. But
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with that being said, how does it feel that I'm asking you this?
good.
You know, does it like, are you hesitant, which is okay, of
No.
course, right? Are you, I'm sure it probably still hurts a little bit.
Yes.
Or does, now that we're talking about it as a family and knowing that you're here, and like you said, he brought you here, he got you ready,
Yeah.
does that feel good, like coming to that realization?
It feels amazing. It's that bittersweet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have my moments, and the girls don't even know when I have my moments because you know I like to hide a lot of stuff from them when it comes to my
Yeah.
you know. So even me and Alexis going to church today, he doesn't like me to cry. He likes me to be the strong Liz.
Yeah.
You know, and I told him I'm not gonna cry, so I'm not gonna cry. But I do miss him to death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to death. So it's hard.
Yeah.
But I have to move on. I have
Yeah.
to move on. I have to be happy.
Yeah.
And I know he placed me here for a reason.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he wanted you to be
And
here
just being
the
with these
kids, yeah.
grandbabies.
Yeah.
Such good medicine.
Yeah.
Such good medicine. I cannot wait for this little one to be born. Another boy, which I'm so blessed. I love the babies, period.
Yeah.
So obviously after talking about my father and how you've been here for a little bit in Texas, like how do you feel about your future? How do you feel about marriage? How do you feel about your grandbabies? You know, will you be taking them to school, or you know, what I mean, what's your goals? I guess. What
Or,
how
like,
do you
where
see?
do you see
yeah,
your
where
life
do you see
going
now
from
that
here
you're
on?
here?
From here on. Now I just want to enjoy my family.
Mm-hmm.
I love enjoying my girls as adults.
Yeah.
I've always known them as children, of course, and knowing them as adults is so fun.
Yeah.
So fucking fun. I can cuss. I could do whatever. I could be me. I can drink. I can.
We can
do
all drink
stuff.
now.
Yeah, we can all drink. I love getting to know you girls as adults, and then also you as well. You're in our family as well, and I just love getting to see your dynamic as a couple, and it's so funny. I love it. I love it. You guys are so funny. I love it. And my goals for the future, I don't want to ever get married. Like I said, dating at this point, no.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy me. I want to find out who I am. I've always been the mother. I've always been the mother, the father, I want, now that you guys are all on your own and you guys can do your
Take care of
own things,
ourselves,
take care
yeah.
of yourselves, I got to find what Liz wants. I want to
Yeah.
find out where I need to be.
Yeah.
So what does
that's
that
what
mean?
I'm-
Does that mean traveling? Does that
I would
mean
love to travel.
stay
I
here, or-
actually,
okay.
yes. Me and my cousin are going to go to Hawaii next year. So I definitely want to go with
That's
her
cool.
there. Yeah, she's excited. I'm
Are
excited.
you gonna island hop, or are you just gonna go to one place, or have you not really talked about it too much?
I want to go all over.
Yeah.
I want to see and witness and feel and just do it all. So
cool.
me and my cousin Yvonne, we're ready to go.
And then where else would you like to go?
I want to go to Spain, Italy. I hear Italy's amazing. So I'm going to try to do all that stuff. Definitely. I would love to travel. I never usually got out other than New Mexico.
Yeah.
And I never want to go there again. Other than the beautiful friends that I've met
I
there.
thought it was beautiful. When I went to visit you guys there, I fell in love
Really?
with New Mexico.
Yeah, definitely.
I
It's
fell
a
in-
very
it really
it's
is
a
a
very
land of
beautiful
enchantment.
place.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But it's very easy to get stuck.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
that's like I said, that's my problem with
well,
it.
but
Like,
why
other
stuck
than
though?
that-
I mean, this is a whole never mind. I'm not even gonna ask that. Yeah, I thought it was pretty.
Yeah, definitely beautiful.
didn't
Yeah, I
change
would
anything.
never
Beautiful.
say it's not beautiful, but it's not for me.
I just been there,
personally.
done that, I guess.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, because definitely, I mean, again, we're way off topic, but I think like it's kind of like here in a sense of like there's not a whole lot,
No.
and if you're not there for the right reason, you don't want to be there.
Yeah. I just love here how it's so green. In New Mexico, it's all like
That's true.
shit brown.
Desert, yeah, desert. That's a desert. Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
desert, yeah.
it is. And-
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, yeah.
And my goal is too. I want to go on a family vacation on a cruise with all of us.
Oh, we're going to
grandbabies,
Florida next year.
Everybody, we're doing
I've
it.
already, yeah, we're going to Florida next year.
We're doing it.
I'm going to Disney World with or without you, so you better come. If not, me and your mom and, Ola and Carla.
Let's tell him.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
And then you can have babies after we
I
come
was
back.
on
Don't worry.
birth control, so it's not my fault.
But yeah, I really want to do a family trip, like a cruise. Bring all the babies, all
Yeah.
of us,
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah, I want to do Disney World next year. I already told her, I was like, I don't care if we had no money. I'm gonna max out our credit cards. We're going. Like, I want to go. I want to take Eli. I want to take Andy. She's old enough now, and we'll have somebody take turns with the new one.
Absolutely.
At the hotel while we're all
Absolutely.
at Disney World.
That won't be hard at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And I'm actually living my dream because I've always dreamt about having my grandkids in a big house. Always my grandkids running around, and I'm living it.
Yeah.
And I'm actually blessed, and I'm missing Sammy so much because I know he'd be loving it and throwing him around and
Yeah.
Papa Cornbread and all that. So yeah, but he's here.
Yeah. He's
I know he is.
Now that your kind of dreams are coming true, or do you feel yourself as an individual, not as a mom, not as a grandma, are you feeling fulfilled? Are you,
That's hard
seeing your
still.
dreams come true? So it's like 50-50 because obviously
it's hard,
Dad's
yeah, because
not
I
around.
still feel guilty that I'm moving forward and
Yeah.
he's not. But I know he's with us still.
Yes.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
Yeah.
it's hard.
Oh, yeah.
And anyone that's probably gone through grief knows how
Yeah.
I feel. And each day it's hard for me to even wake up because I know he's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to.
Yeah.
I have to because I do have you guys and my grandbabies and I have to move forward. And I'm going to move forward.
And he would want you to.
Absolutely,
And he would want-
100%.
that's a big
Sorry,
thing.
Mama Cornbread, but yeah, you gotta wake up. My
Yeah.
kids are
Yeah.
gonna wake you up.
Absolutely. And before he passed, we did talk a lot, and he would be very upset if I were to just jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be upset.
Yeah, see?
Oh yeah.
I told you I'm dropping these kids off at your house.
I know.
If you're not there, they're gonna be alone.
I know. We got to get bikes and go bike riding. So there's a lot of stuff that I
a
still
lot of
want to do. I'm
plans,
yes.
so happy. Yeah. Bittersweet.
Yeah.
But
I have a good question.
Shoot.
I just thought of this. Well, I thought of it yesterday, but I forgot to mention it earlier. But anyways, so with decor, you're right.
Okay.
Your decor in your house
What do you think?
is you, right? Totally you, not me, right? But that's fine. That's your
Yeah.
house. But if that was my house, right, and if you and I are married, or if that was her style, I'd be like,
Hell no.
what the fuck, dude? Like, right? So my question, right,
Okay.
is this how your house was decorated with Sammy, and or how did he feel about your style, like with decor?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
We have to decorate accordingly. We have to compromise. A lot of
Yeah.
compromise in marriage. You guys know that.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
When I was single, I had tiger stripes and leopard stripes.
Yeah, oh my
remember?
God, yeah.
I had all
I
that
forgot about that.
bling everywhere. And then when I got married, I had to compromise. I had to not put a pink bathroom or a
Yeah.
purple bathroom. I had to do a black. or
How
a
was that
brown
conversation with
or-
him? Was he like, fuck no? Or was he just like, can we not? Or
He
like,
wanted
how-
to put Raider stuff all over the place. Raider this and Raider that. I was like, no. You get the garage, I get the house. Well, that's not fair. He used to tell me I could. Yeah, it's fair. If it was up to him, I'd have Raider stuff, and he would want real plants. Or I don't do real plants in the house. Outside, yes, but not inside.
Yeah.
I don't want no bugs in my house.
So was it obviously you said he was like, that's unfair. Did he ever like go, no, please, Liz, I don't want this? Like
No.
or
And
he
that's
was
why-
just like, okay, whatever, baby, you got it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one thing about him. He spoiled me.
Yeah.
He completely spoiled me everywhere we went. Anything I wanted, anything I desired, anywhere we wanted to go.
He just like, sure, whatever.
Absolutely. If I didn't want to put on makeup, he was fine with it.
Yeah.
It was a nice, different relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was times where he'd pull people over in the car. Pull over. Let's get ready. I'm like, what? All right, let's get ready. He was such a cool guy. And then he knew the people we pulled over, and it was just funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just fun. I like being in a relationship where it's just fun.
Yeah.
You know, we can just be chill. And
And I do remember
that's how
your
it
house
was.
being very comfy every time we went over.
Just
It was very
joking.
red,
Always.
too.
Oh, that was my mom. Yes.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Because again, I was thinking about it, and I was like, of course, for the most part, Lexi runs our house. Like, she does most of the decor. She not necessarily pays the bills, but she tells me what we need to do here. We gotta
Add
go to the
this,
doctors.
add that.
Yeah, and I'm okay, babe. Sure, you just point. I'll pay whatever. Right, for the most part. But there are definitely some things I'm like, you are not putting that on my fucking wall. You are not gonna do this. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Mm. Like, I mean, if you look around, like, for those of you guys who maybe saw the studio tour, if not, check out the video. But like, her side of the room is that, and my side of the room is this.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely draw the line. So that was funny because I'd be like, no, this is too much.
And the most
Too
part,
much.
like obviously,
Slow it down.
Yeah, I ask his opinion before I do a lot of stuff, except for the island. I did that myself.
The what?
The
Yeah.
painting of the island.
She wanted to paint our whole kitchen fucking diarrhea green. and
No,
it was
just green.
Disgusting.
Oy. Okay. Anyways,
Like
Right.
infant baby diaper
Well,
green,
no.
like
yeah,
that.
like it was gross. Yeah. It just reminded me of the kid poop diapers.
Funny.
She wanted
So I
it
know
everywhere.
Sammy loved how I decorated my house, the red house, the burgundy house in
Yeah.
over there in California, and he wanted people to come and see it so bad. Like he loved the way I
Yeah.
decorated it. So he was always happy. And then one time I remember he said, "I would love for my ex-wife to come in here," and I go, "What?" He goes, "No, just to see how good I have it." I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Yeah.
I
I
get
remember
it.
I remember going over a lot and like with Eli, and then he'd be like, "Oh yeah, imagine, you know, it's like she cooks, wow, and she cleans, wow." He's like, I was like, my clothes are always like nice. She looks nice. We have nice things. Wow, you know, he always
that?
like my dad.
Sammy.
Oh, yeah.
He would
Yeah.
always be like, she's amazing. You know, as they talk to me,
Yeah.
like, yeah, your mom, he's like, she's wow. Like that. He would always just like that, like his simple words are
Yeah.
always so funny. But that's how he would always
He's goofy,
like,
yeah.
he would always like describe my mom. He's like, she does everything.
Yeah.
Wow. You know?
Yeah,
And I was just
clean.
like,
Yeah, because he didn't have that in his prior relationship.
Yeah.
He didn't have any of that. She was lazy and all that bad stuff. And when we got together, I made sure he was a good hard worker, like
Yeah.
my dad, amazing provider.
Yeah.
And he got home from work and there was a warm plate always.
If he come
always.
home, like the few
Smell
times
the
that
food.
I would have been there, obviously Eli would run up to him. So he'd always like play with Eli for
Yeah.
a little bit. My mom would already have food ready,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and he'd sit on the table. I'd be eating, Eli would be eating,
Mm-hmm.
he would be eating. So we'd sit there, and my mom would be like serving plates or whatever
Mm-hmm.
she was doing, and he would like whisper to me and be like, "Food's ready when I'm home."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Wow." He's like, "I
Always.
got me a good one, huh, babe?" And I was like, "Yeah." You know? Like little
I wonder
things
what
like
that's
that.
like,
you
having
know.
food ready when you get home.
But yeah, no, it's like really, really sweet things. But he'll always tell me, this is amazing. You know,
Yeah.
he's always like, this is
Yeah.
great.
It's like we appreciated each other. You have
Yeah.
to have that mutual respect. I give and he gives, and we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. And that's why there was so much loyalty. I never worried about him going off and cheating. I never worried about him on Facebook messaging other. No. And I always told him, look, everything that I've gone through in my past relationship, if you want to go, do you, and go feel like you want to be with some other one, just let me know.
Yeah.
Because I don't need you, and I know he doesn't need me.
Yeah.
So that's why we were so strong. We didn't need each other. We wanted each other.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it worked so well. We were just the same. We savers and we were
Yeah.
hard workers, and we were one of a kind. Same,
Yeah.
just a male and a female version.
Yeah, it felt
So, that's
like
it.
really great that obviously I'm grateful you brought him into our lives, you know, and that you didn't tell him to fuck off. But I'm happy because like for the longest time, even when like for a while there, my mom and dad did break up because my mom moved back to New Mexico and
Yeah.
he wasn't ready because he had his kids. You know, he wasn't going to abandon his kids.
Yes.
You know,
That's when
Which is-
around the time I
Came back, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
so I remember I was working.
Until they broke up. You guys broke up a bit?
I left
Well,
to New Mexico.
Yeah, but you guys would talk once in a while, right?
Yeah.
Or did you stop?
Yeah, we were
so
friends.
it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a good way to break up with
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
too. There's a good way to still have mutual respect
loved each
and
other,
still be
but-
friendly.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just don't want to be with you in that way because
Yeah.
I have my kids to
You don't
focus
want
on
to
and they're
struggle in
not 18.
California either. So it was
Yeah.
like, she's
Okay.
like, then fine, I'm not going to struggle. I love you, but
I gotta go.
we don't need each other.
I need to think about me first.
Me and at the time Olivia. So like I
Yeah.
said, so even though they were broken up, he would call me and Carla because we were in California, and you need your tires changed. Come down. No, come down. Let's go. You know, like no, I'm fine.
Yeah, he was that kind
He'd
of
be
a
like,
man.
Go, come down to get your tires changed. Then you can leave. Okay, he's like, okay, sounds good. Be right there. You know, he would go. I was like, okay, well, how much is it? You know, I don't have a lot, but how much is it? I already paid for it. Don't worry about it. You know, and so he would introduce me to his like mechanic friends. This is my daughter, Alexis. You know, say hi. I would say hi. I would say shake the hand, and he's like, my other daughter's late, like always, but she's she's
Yeah.
the next one that I paid for.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, but for the longest time, he introduced me as his daughter, not
Yeah.
my girlfriend's kids.
Yeah,
I
my
never heard
daughter.
girlfriend's kids. He's like, this is my daughter. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he was always that father figure. Tell everyone about that time that guy was harassing you sexually. trying to.
god. Okay, so
Oh, yeah, when you were outside with the car.
Yes.
okay,
That's
so
funny
yeah,
story.
me and you were dating. I think I just moved back in my
Yeah, I
grandma's,
think
so
so.
from our apartment, and
I was in New Mexico living.
Yes,
We
so-
weren't even together. We were just friends.
Yeah.
yeah, and so yeah, they weren't together. But I was washing my car in the front of my grandma's house, like I usually do my grandparents, you know. Washing my car, I had a day off. I was relaxing. I loved cleaning my car because we just got a mini, you know, a
Yeah.
Mini Cooper. So I was washing my car. I was very proud of my Mini Cooper, playing my music, whatever.
If only she cleaned her car now.
Yeah, well, I have kids, homie, and I'm pregnant. So my next door, like the across the street neighbor, for some reason, he kept like cat calling me, like, hey, and I was, hey, and I was like, I wasn't paying attention. All I was wearing was like shorts and like a tank top because fuck, it's California, it's hot, you know. No one's supposed to be looking at me, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was getting pissed off. I was like, I'm trying to relax. It's my day off. I love cleaning my car, you know, whatever. And he'd be like, hey, come here. Hey, you know, I know you hear me. Hello, beautiful girl. Hello. And I was like, this motherfucker. Finally, I slammed my doors. I left my car in the yard because I put it on the grass. And I went inside and I called my mom. And I was like, this motherfucker is like annoying me. I don't feel safe.
Yeah.
I don't. And she's like, well, I don't know. Did I call you? Maybe I called dad first. I think I called dad first.
From my recollection,
'Cause I
you
think-
told me you called Sammy.
Okay, yeah. So then, yeah, I called my dad first because I was like, yeah, I think I called my dad without thinking, and I was like, Dad, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't even go outside. Like, do I just ignore him? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. He's like, one second, I'll call you right back. And I was like, fuck, he's busy. I shouldn't have called him. Like, I felt like guilty. I was like, and then they're not together, so I was like, my mom's probably gonna be mad at me. I have to call her and let her know. I called my dad. So I was like, hey, mom, I called dad. Like, I called Sammy, and I told him because this guy keeps talking to me and harassing me. And my mom's like, what? You called? Why would you call Sammy? Like, what? Why? Don't bother him. And I was like, okay, next thing you know, Sammy's on the other line. And I was like, hold on, 1 second, mom. Let me call you right back. And I hear my dad on the other line. And all I hear is like the wind going by. He's like, I'm on my way, baby. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'll be right there. And I was like, no, I don't need you to come. I was just like, what do I do?
He was
You know?
like that.
And he's like, I'm around the corner. I'm literally like 2 minutes away. I'll be right there. Bye. And I was like, no, don't come. And then next thing I know, I see his truck and he goes, "Arr!" And so I met him outside, walked outside and met him outside. A guy popped up from the bed of his truck, like up. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, oh my God. My dad comes out and then 4 or 5 other guys in his tiny truck with his daughter. And she's like, hi. And I was like, hi. And then these guys, like my dad's like, who is he? Where is he at? Which one's fucking with you? You know? And I was like, this guy right here, you know, across the street, he won't shut the fuck. He won't leave me alone. He's being disrespectful. He's like, oh, disrespectful. And the guys in the back room were like, disrespect. No, we don't handle disrespectful here. And so all these guys are like ready to box. And like, I was like, what the fuck did I do? But I'm going to protect my dad. So I was just like, so I walked behind my dad, you know. I was okay. I fucked up, but let's go, you know. And so my dad was just like, "Hey, come here." And the guy's like, "Who, me?" He's yeah, come here. He's like, I didn't do anything. Like I heard you were talking to my daughter a certain way. He's like, don't fucking be disrespectful. He's like, you're not gonna treat. She's only well, I was only what 18, 19 at the time, whatever.
So,
He's like, you know how young she is. You know, he's like, you don't do that. Especially like, how were you raised? You know, you're a fucking animal. Like just like different stuff, like the stuff he would come up with too. Like he was like, oh my god, like, this the funny stuff he used to say. You know, and he's like, yeah, ora, come on, let's go. I do it right now. You know, I was like whatever. But I was like, don't disrespect me in front of my home. I've been here longer than you have, homie. You know. But yeah, I talked to him. Like I was like, oh, never again, sir. Thank you. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, what happened? Yeah. But yeah, but after that, he's like, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm fine, thank you. But I was just so proud. But at the same time, I was just like, oh my god, you know, it didn't need to get blown up this bad. Yeah. But he's like, no one's gonna ever disrespect my baby. He's like, if you ever feel not safe again, you call me. You know, and his friends were like, yeah, they shook my hand high and whatever. Your dad's a great guy. I've known him for years. One of the guys was like, they just picked me up from the corner, you know. So and that was it, you know. And then and then I called my mom and I was like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, no. She's like, sorry. You do what you did.
Yeah, he called me right after.
Yeah. And so, but I was just like, oh my god,
I was gonna fuck him up.
Yeah.
And that's what dads do. That's what they do. Yeah. You know, imagine you have a daughter. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You're gonna go protect her.
Yeah, I think she told me after all that happened. I don't know if I was at work or what, but I was like, damn, like at that moment I was like, that's cool.
Very cool.
That he did that. Like he didn't have to, didn't need to. And like, yeah.
He went out of the way, got some homies and showed up. Yeah. That's what you do. You show up.
Yeah. He told me he was just like, yeah, you call me babe. And like, I went down to the street and, I asked who's ready to fight. And these guys just popped in my car and that was it. You know, I knew some homies who just were bored. Let's go. You know, someone disrespecting my daughter. 2 of them have daughters themselves. They're like, nah, and they got in. You know, like so it was really funny. But yeah, that was like that's a memory I won't forget. And I was just that's when I was proud. I was like, that's when I knew for sure. Like he would do anything for me and love me that much, and I wasn't even his own. Yeah, you know, that's when I was like, no, that's my dad. That's you know.
So it's just amazing.
It's good.
Amazing. I love Texas. Oh my god.
That was about to be my next question. So do you think there is like just being here, right? So like if I just dropped you off in LA one day and then I dropped you off here one day, right? With no explanation of anything, is there like a difference? And then what would you say that difference is?
100%. I don't know. Texas is just so proud. And I'm such a proud person too that I'm just like, and I love LA. I love LA, but not as much as Texas. Yeah. Texas has just embraced me.
It's interesting, because especially that you said that, So like the first thing that I think I noticed is how not only proud that Texans are to be Texan, but how proud they are to be American.
Yes.
How proud they are of the uniformed services. And then like LA. So for sure there's a pride to be from LA, right? Especially from LA. Right, but not necessarily California. It's more like I'm from LA. Yeah. We came from LA. We came from Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's like California love, but you're from LA.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because like you think about North California, right, or Northern California. You're like, oh, fucking losers. Like, who the fuck wants to be from? Who wants? You don't want to be. You're from Southern California. You're cool. You're from Northern California. Get out of here. Like no one likes you. Right?
They hate each other.
It's funny, right? But like here, there's this immense pride. It doesn't matter what part of Texas you're from. You're from Texas.
You know how many times people have said "Welcome to Texas" to me?
Yeah, the amount of respect for your privacy as well as just like, howdy, ma'am, how are you? How y'all doing? Hey, you know, excuse
Thank
me.
Yous.
Yeah. Of course, there's still rude people. Of course.
It's very rare. Like coming from California, like I've always used like yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, or whatever. Yes, thank you. You know. I'd always
and it's like unappreciated. It's unappreciated.
People not responding. Yeah. But and then here, I'm like, yes, ma'am. All right, ma'am. Have a good day.
Yeah.
You know, response, same thing. And I'm like, oh.
We're getting called sir and ma'am and stuff like, oh shit. Like it's mutual respect between people. It's a whole just different world. I feel. Yeah. So I can only imagine you, right, coming from where you came from. You just had a great loss. Now you're here. Of course, experiencing the great things that we can provide for as far as the kids and stuff, and then now you're like in this different planet. You're just like
totally different planet.
What the hell? Like
I love the
There's-
green. I love the cows. I love all that.
Yeah, there's nothing around.
Oh, yeah, I love it. The horse. I love it.
yeah.
Miles and miles of just green. I
Yeah,
love it.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Well,
love
that's
it.
cool. I mean, I'm happy that, again, like I mentioned before, I'm super happy you're here. I'm so excited. Seeing you every day this weekend. We've seen you the past few days, every day straight, and it's just great. It's just good to see that. And then, like I mentioned before, I love the way my kids look at you and
Aw.
that they talk
Ask
to
for
you,
you
ask for you guys.
guys.
and
How about
wanna come
yesterday at
over.
Walmart?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
ran into
you
each
know?
other at
Yeah.
Walmart.
I should have
Andy was running. It was beautiful. She just ran
It's like
to Lala.
Baywatch.
Boom,
Dun,
boom,
dun,
boom.
dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
They're just looking at each other.
Yeah, it was cute. And then like I'm grateful. I'm just grateful. And then now that
Yeah, I'm
of course,
grateful.
things
Like I
are
said, for
for
me,
the
I'm
family.
grateful. I'm thankful. I know my dad had a big part in it. You know, and even now, like Andy randomly loves Halloween. You know what I mean? Like just little things like that. It's
Yeah.
just like
Loves it.
small
That's
stuff
cute.
that I know he would have loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so he would have been like, "Wow, wow," you know, like get up everything. So, so little things that like even now, like we're just like thinking about like I'm happy my mom gets to experience it. You
Yeah.
know, because
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna do Halloween
No.
ever in our lives because that's one holiday that him and I celebrated. We
Mm-hmm.
love Halloween, and we were the Purge last year. We looked good. We were badass. We love Halloween. So this year I was like, no. But now that Andy is so much into Halloween, it's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
like I think
It's
obviously
gonna
there's been like
happen.
little signs. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
It's
like,
gonna happen. Yeah, he's probably saying you're gonna celebrate, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Stop
come
being
on.
stubborn.
Stop being so stubborn.
he's just here everywhere because like I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like everything that you guys are going through and you guys are working towards. It's just like he's there. He's like, here it is. Here's that. Here's this. Here's what you need for this. Here's what you need for that. And you're just set now. It's like we talked about the other day, right? I know you just mentioned you don't want to quit your job, but like he made sure you can.
Yeah.
He made sure you're taken care of. You know, he made sure that
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah,
That's
he
crazy.
wanted me to quit my job, but I'm still stubborn. I still need something.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
what 5 more years.
I'm right there with
I
him. You
know.
should just quit your damn job. Be my babysitter. You're good. You're good. But thank you, Mom, for talking with us and for sharing your vulnerable moments in your life and for just sharing everything. We hope that those of you who will watch who have gone through these things and just know that times get dark, times get tough, but you know it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to lean on family, and it's part of life, unfortunately. But you know, there's more. There's more, and you have to just pick your head up and keep going. And so,
Family's everything.
yeah,
Everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I only have 3 daughters, which is amazing. And hopefully we'll all be together. Olivia will be down here
Yeah.
soon, and my family will be.
Oli, if
complete.
you watching, come on down, girl. Yeah, that'd be exciting. I'm
Can't
excited
wait.
for that too. Like, and then, I mean, this is just probably a whole topic for a whole other episode.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I'm enjoying. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm enjoying getting to know Carla. Like, I'm enjoying like I said, you're coming over every day. Like, it's just, it's like the family. So growing up, like I told you, I have a huge family, right? And
Mm-hmm. I love your
every day, right? My mom would drop off her kids. My Aunt Rachel would drop off her kids, and my Aunt Terry would drop off her kids at my grandma's house. So every morning, we'd all be there in the morning, and we'd all do our thing, and then we'd go to school, and then we'd all come right back to grandma, and grandma would take care of us, but she'd be like the babysitter. And I've always known family to just come and go whenever,
Oh, I love
right?
it.
You know, and I think that's kind of what it feels like for me. So it's like nostalgia just feels great. It just feels like the other day we're talking. You're like, if you need space, no, like
Yeah, like if
come
I
over.
get too
Like,
much, right?
No, come over. Like that's
feels natural.
yes, it feels natural. It feels right. It feels perfect. And now my parents just need to fucking unpack so they can come over too.
Good,
But
good.
yeah, but you know what I mean. So it's perfect. I'm super happy. I'm super grateful, and I can't wait for Ola to be here to be the final piece from your
Yeah.
guys' family to be
Yeah.
here, so that we could all just annoy each other all the time.
Yeah, and I love your family. I can't wait for Thanksgivings and Christmases and all that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out soon. Who's cooking? Yeah,
Whose house?
I think my mom's house
Okay.
because she's got a formal dining room.
Okay.
I think that'll work. But I think we cook here or your house, either
both
one.
of our houses.
Sounds good.
Me and you both have
Double
2
ovens.
Nice. Yeah.
So
double
someone,
ovens.
maybe you do. We'll figure that
We'll
out.
figure it out.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. Alex, if you're watching, dude, I'm sorry. I'm just mad at you. But what can I do? Who am I to you? But anyways, follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Check us out on Spotify. Follow us there. This many of you are subscribed or not subscribed and watching this video, so please subscribe. And yeah, I enjoyed talking to you, Mom.
Thank you. I love you guys.
I enjoyed talking to you, baby.
I'm just talking to you. Bye.
Bye.